here's an example where we're asked to simplify a trigonometric expression, in this case secant x over cosecant x. So the first thing I would do with that, I'm going to copy it a little bit bigger. I would use the reciprocal identities. So secant x is equal to 1 over cosine x. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine, and cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. So I think of sine and cosine as our building block. Sorry, it keeps doing that. Oh man. Our building block trigonometric functions. Jiminy Christmas. All right, here we go. All right. I think of sine and cosine as our building block trigonometric functions. All of the other trig functions can be written in terms of sine and cosine. So like tangent is sine over cosine, secant is 1 over cosine, cotangent's cosine over sine, that sort of thing. So sometimes when you're trying to simplify these trigonometric expressions, your best route is to write everything in terms of those building block functions, sine x and cosine x. So now that I have this, just in general, if you find yourself dividing by a fraction, what you can do instead is multiply by the reciprocal. So we could bring this 1 over sine x up and instead multiply by sine x over 1. Another way to think about this is that we're multiplying the numerator and the denominator of this expression times sine x. And so it's going to cancel in the denominator here. But let me write it. So we had 1 over cosine on top. So what I can do is bring up this 1 over sine x and instead multiply by the reciprocal, sine x over 1. Now, multiplying fractions is the easiest operation, in my opinion. It's easier than adding or subtracting or even dividing fractions. When you're multiplying, you just multiply straight across. 1 times sine x will equal sine x over cosine x times 1 equals cosine x. And now we have sine over cosine, which if you know your ratio identities really well, you'll recognize that as being equal to tangent x. And so what we were given in this problem simplifies to just tangent x.